Hi viewers, and welcome to this week's racing-based preview of Group 1 racing around the country. We've got the BTC Cup coming from Doomben and the South Australian Derby at Morphettville. And to help me find a winner of Saturday's Group 1s, I've got Rick Chapman on the other line. Rick, welcome back, and how are you, mate?
Well, I never left. I just waited for you to come back from your trekking across the globe, but I'm very well for a man of my habits, thanks.
That's good to hear. Yep, had a lot of fun over in Europe for a few weeks, and good to be back home in Oz and get ready for some good racing on the weekend.
I saw all your posts on Facebook. You must have eaten a lot.
Yeah, I did, mate. I did, but I went searching. I thought I'd find the best food around in Italy, but to be honest, it's good to get home. And geez, the pizza's better over here. I'll give you that heads up.
Is it? Yeah, well, I remember when I went to France, and this was going back some time, I honeymooned with my wife from France, and we had pizzas on the Champs-Elysees, and they were really nice. But I agree with you. The pizzas here, I don't know why, but they're just better. The big, thick crusts, they just taste nicer. Might not be more nutritious here, though.
Yeah, that's right. I think it's what we're accustomed to anyway. But all right, let's kick on with this racing, Rick. I think we'll head north for the BTC Cup first and see if we can find a winner of this great sprint race.
Well, a tremendous race leading up to the two big gongs, the Doomben 10,000 and the Stradbroke Handicap. Always produces horses that either go on to win those races or run particularly well. I think it's a cracking field. I looked at it, it's 14 runners, and I think there's about 12 chances. I'm going to go outside of the square here and tip the top weight, even though he's drawn deep in Delectation. I just think Jason Collett will hook him. He'll go back towards the tail of the field. Probably settle in about 10th spot early, and the way he trialled the other day, and as you know, I'm a big trial fan, he will get a gun run with the pace being on up front in earnest. You're going to have two blue going forward. Japona's May will be there. Malaguira, he might even press forward to be in search of the lead early as well, and Dothraki and Fell Swoop are nice and handy too. So if he's 2 or 3 lengths off them coming into the turn and he's back to his best, then I'm on Delectation all day. I think he just finishes over the top of them and wins. Japona's May and Counter Attack are very good. So really, Chris Waller could trifecta this race, and that's leaving out probably the 2nd or 3rd best sprinter in the land, Fell Swoop, who I think might have it a bit tough drawn out deep, but he's very, very honest and very, very smart. Terrific race, but I'm on Delectation to win from Japona's May, Counter Attack, and Fell Swoop.
Yeah, well, I agree with you on one point, Rick, and that's there's many chances in this race. It's a wide open affair, but looking back through history, barriers are pretty important here. No horse has won from a barrier wider than 6 in the last 10 years, so that at least tells us that inside gates have an advantage. For that reason, I'm looking for something from an inside gate. Japona's May is the only one of Waller's to get a good draw. But you know, I know you're a fan of Artley, Rick, and he is being set to the Stradbroke. He'll peak there, but geez, that last start run was an absolute cracker when he flew home behind Fell Swoop. So with Fell Swoop being installed the favourite and drifting a little bit slightly now, Artley's twice his odds, and I think from a good barrier this time, he won't have to go back to last and make such a big run. He's going to be fitter coming into this third up. $9 about him looks pretty good to me, and I'll be going with Artley.
If it was 1,300, I'd be all over Artley. I think he's a better 1,300 metre horse than these horses. But because it's 12, I just think he might just have trouble sprinting with them once they turn for home. He's going to be too far back. But I wouldn't be surprised. That run last start was outstanding. No one missed it. He finished brilliantly. His last 250 metre section was outstanding, best in the race, even faster than Fell Swoop's. But saying that, Fell Swoop beat him. So we'll see what we shall see. But cracking race. Deserves more than 500,000.
Yeah, that's right. And as you said, Fell Swoop beat him. But Fell Swoop had the inside draw that time, and Artley was drawn to the outside and had to go back to last. You reverse that this time, might see a different result. And the thing that sways me, Rick, is, you know, one's double the odds of the other. So, and when there wasn't a lot in it, fitness, you know, getting a bit better. Yeah, I'll be with Artley. But Delectation for you anyway, Rick?
Yeah, and of course, you know, if I can't win, I hope, and you can't win, I hope my mate Paul King can get the prize in 2 Blue. She's really stepping out of grade to this time up, but geez, she's honest.
Yeah, absolutely consistent horse. All right, mate. Well, let's head over my neck of the woods, South Australia, and see if we can find the SA Derby winner then.
You going out there?
Yeah, I'll be there on Saturday, mate. I'll be covering the races and see if I can get some inside info from, geez, the trainers and jocks won't give you much, but I know quite a few strappers there that'll easily just give you the heads up. So I'm looking forward to a good day on the punt there on Saturday.
They know more anyway, those strappers.
They do, mate. And you know, when you're mates with a few of them, they'll give you some info. So let's hope there's some good ones.
I think this is the best South Australian Derby I've seen in 20 years.
Yeah, it's a good field. There's some good locals and some good interstate raiders. So it's a tough one to pick, Rick.
It's a very tough one because of these reasons. One, we just don't know how good Howard Be Thy Name and Charlie Vaux are. We've seen the brilliance of Cool Chap, and he seems to be getting better and better all the time. And then you've got the best perform runners being Etymology and Tarquin. But can they run 2,500 out against these emerging stars? I just think it's got so many variables that make it a delicious race. You've got the fillies, who I don't think are up to them this year, even though they're good fillies. Arcadia Dream and Sacred Eye, and possibly even First Impressions could run boldly. I'm going to go with against what I have told myself years, and that's never pick a Godolphin horse in a long distance race. But I'm going to go for Etymology. I just think he's ready to peak. He's going to sit back in about third or fourth spot, one off the fence if he can get across Ben Mellum, and he just has had tad too much class in the run home. He needed that St Ledger run, and I'm going to be on him. I'm very scared of Howard Be Thy Name and Cool Chap. Howard Be Thy Name because he's with the Weir stable and because he just might be a superstar. He just might be a superstar. He's improving every start. And the other three I mentioned, Cool Chap, Charlie Vaux and Tarquin. Tarquin's a good horse, but if it was 2,000 metres, I'd tip him to win. But I just don't know about 2,500 metres when the pressure cooker is going to be on the whole way, because there'll be pace in this race too.
Yeah, I think so. And just on Howard Be Thy Name, Rick, he looks an untapped talent. He's going really well. But the thing that swayed me off slightly is the fact Brad Rawwiller's gone to Doomben to ride in the feature race there. He's on, which one's he on there, Rick?
He's on the sprint race.
Not the same thing, Stratum Star. And, you know, I looked at that, and Stratum Star just doesn't look a great chance. Whether he's flying at home or not, and ready for this, I don't know. But you would think if Howard Be Thy Name was a really top hope for the Weir stable, that Rawwiller might have taken that ride. So I could be wrong, and I could be looking at it from the wrong angle, but I've knocked him out on that basis. And the rest of them, I'm with a Godolphin horse as well, but I'm going with the one that you were a bit sceptical on the distance with. I think Tarquin, that last run was huge, over 2,000, and yes, the step up in trip is a concern. But and I noticed in one of your pieces earlier as well, Rick, and you noted the same fact I did. His dam has a bit more staying blood there, and I think although he's by Hard Spun, who throws some good stayers overseas, but just hasn't here yet. And I learned that lesson with that La Romaine earlier in the year. He just didn't get the extra distance. But yeah, I like Tarquin, Rick. I think he's got a bit of class about him and ran good time last time. So good gate. I'll stick with him.
Yeah, fair enough. You've got to go with your heart. And as I say, I think he's possibly over 2,000 metres the best horse in the field, probably the best horse in the field. But that extra 500 metres, and you now Morphettville well, that'll find them out.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's some good staying blood in some of these horses there, Rick. There's so many chances that there's one massive odds that Manhattan Boss, huge run third last time. Should appreciate the step up in trip, and it's $35. So I'll probably have something small on Manhattan Boss each way as well.
Yeah, good luck. I'll be watching that one.
Yeah, well, you know, Adelaide Cup, I had a bit of success there. I was on Purple Smile, and I tipped a couple of the roughies there at big, massive odds that got up. And yeah, this fella seems to follow that same pattern, this Manhattan Boss. Just He was one that didn't quite catch the eye to a lot of people because he wasn't, flashing home. But you watched the run, and he could have worked into a bit earlier in the race, and he would have been there to win that. And I just think the extra trip suits. So good value for that one. But my top pick will be Tarquin.
All right. Well, we'll both be cheering the blue. I'll be cheering Etymology, and you'll be cheering Tarquin. Very interesting.
Yep, that's right. And interesting to see Tarquin blinkers off as well, Rick. So blinkers off first time, winkers on.
Yeah, great race. Watch damn Howard Boone and tip them all out.
Yeah, well, that could happen, Rick. There's and even Arcadia Dream. Geez, she rattled home, and tough race, but you got to stick your neck out and pick one. So that's what we've done, and hopefully we have some luck on Saturday.
Yeah, exactly right.
All right. Anything else catch your eye on the weekend? I know you've been looking at the Scone form, Rick.
Love the Scone meeting, both days, Friday and Saturdays. Saturdays we see a couple of real live young Stradbroke handicap chances in Clearly Innocent and Music Magnate, who should fight out that $140,000 race. I think it's a beauty. I think this is the day we see how good Clearly Innocent is. Some will say he's beaten nothing, but geez, he beat them easy. When he does beat them, he puts them away. This is his home track. He's won here in the past. I just think he's a 1 minute 21 horse for 1,400 metres, and he loves this track. I'll be on Clearly Innocent for a fair bit. I love the fact too, because I follow country racing in New South Wales, that Greg Ryan, the champion rider in New South Wales rather, has got massive chances in nearly every race, including the two big ones, the $400,000 and the $200,000 race. So I reckon that's just great for the country jocks. And Matty Cale has got some great rides too, and he rides particularly well down in the Riverina area. So it's great to see the country jocks up there amongst the big dollars. But the one I'm looking mostly forward to on the day, despite being a Group 1 day, is Clearly Innocent at Scone. I really think he stamped his mark as a Stradbroke horse and as a quality sprinter this weekend.
Oh, from your point of view, Rick, maybe Ryan for the Jocks Challenge as well, if we can get some decent odds.
Yeah, well, he rides Scone particularly well, and he has got, I think, 6 really good rides. He even got one for Gay. Bet that's his first time he's ever got a ride for Gay. I might check on that. But he's got a ride in the Guineas and in the $400,000 Guineas on a Gay horse, so on a Gay Waterhouse horse.
I'm glad you corrected that, Rick.
Yeah, well, he's on Flamboyant at last. Maybe she is a bit that way, but anyway.
All right, well, that's this week covered. A couple of Group 1s. Let's hope we've found the winner, Rick, and be nice if the value picks get up, that's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Not for that's Kimberley Stark.
I'm great at racing, and if I get some info, I'll make sure I pass it on to our friends on Racing Tips Australia. So keep checking your Facebook feeds, guys, and hopefully we can get some winners.
Yeah, and good luck everybody who wants to have a go at that $250,000 top better thing too. I think it's a great initiative. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, bit of a dream to win that. Incidentally, Rick, how did you finish up in the Star Stable? No luck in the last week, or?
It was the second last week, actually. I was in second spot. Going into the second last week, I had 8 horses of the 10. I said to my wife, I said, gee, I'm going to be hard to beat here. And I got like 4 placings and could not crack a winner on the damn Championships Day, the Queen Elizabeth Stakes Day. So I ended up finishing, I think it was overall, I finished about 34th. But, yeah, it's disappointing to get right down to the final 100 metres of a race and you iron the big prize and you just falter. But that's racing.
Yep, I feel your pain, mate. But still, that's a cracking effort anyway, Rick. There would have been, what, 40,000 people entered, so...
Yeah, it's not, but it's nice to get something for your result rather than just, it feels good. Yeah, I was right in the hunt. But Lucia Valentina knocked me out. I remember if she hadn't won, I was on the second horse. If it had won, then that probably makes life a whole lot different. But anyway, there's the Spring Carnival coming up, and that's what we'll look forward to.
Yep, absolutely. Okay, we'll do that. And, well, like I said, that's this week covered. Have a great Saturday, everyone. Hopefully you have some luck on the punt, and we'll see you back here next week.
Yeah, good luck, everybody. Remember, punting is easy, but do it within your means.
Okay, bye for now.